Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. Today I am accompanied by my Pisces twin, Ciara.
Hello.
And we have basically a mystery topic with, message for you from Spirit. I pulled one major arcana card for each group that is going to give us the overall theme of what all the messages contained there within are about. Okay, so please do remember that this is a general reading. So because it's general, we're reading for multiple groups of, multiple people. There's like a lot of people looking at each group. So it is not a personal reading. So therefore there is no reason to take anything personally. If you do want a personal reading, there's information on how to book one of those in the drop-down box with me or me and my twin here. So please take what resonates, leave the rest. There's no need to make any kind of comment if something doesn't sit right with you, because this isn't your personal reading.
Or again, this isn't the time to be picking a pile from this particular video.
Yeah, it could come back later and then it makes complete sense, So, and also if you feel drawn to more than one group, feel free to go ahead and listen to it, because you're being called to hear it for a reason. The whole reason why you're even looking at this is there's something here that needs to be heard. It could be one little thing even, or it could be a whole fucking bunch of them. But the point is, you are here for a reason, okay? So anyways, we have 4 groups. Group 1 with Thulite, Group 2 with Saphrodite, Group 3 with the Celestite, and Group 4 with the Amethyst. So go ahead, do whatever it takes to choose your group, and let's get started. Who picked the Thulite, this is going to be your reading. I'm going to set this over here, and we are going to first look at our major arcana, and we have the Judgment card. So obviously,
Rebirth.
Yes, and you're feeling the call. Could be the call of your significant other. It could be the call of your
life's purpose.
Yeah, it could be a call to switch careers. You're just hearing the call. There's a big change on deck. And you're going to be reborn, rebrand, rebirth, whatever.
This is Pluto energy, so you might want to look at your natal chart and see what's going on with Pluto for you personally.
Okay, and so for our oracle cards, we have Electra, the Awakener. We have
Rise out of the ashes. I rise like the golden sun, which is very much like Judgment.
Yes.
It's very Phoenix energy. It's very Scorpio energy.
Exactly. It's this time of year energy is what it is. We have Manifestation. Be very honest and clear about what you wish to manifest in your life. Now write it down on paper. Manifestation, step 1. So clearly this is talking about writing for you guys when it comes to manifestation. Is going to be a powerful method in which to do so. We have Awakening Genius. Again, Judgment is awakening. It's a new call. It's waking the fuck up. We have Relationship Patterns. It takes strength to recognize the need for change. Holy crap. Okay, we have, oh my God, yes. We have the 7-star sisters, Birthing Creations, Tapestry of Life, and Expression.
Expressing yourself.
And then we have Union with Concordia. Wow, okay.
I'm noticing a lot of yellow. So, like your solar plexus chakra,
Personal
power.
So, with the Electra, the Awakener there, let me take a look at that one. I really feel like this is a very Phoenix moment for all of this group, no matter what, okay? What was that? Did you hear that?
That was me.
Okay, God, that freaked me out. Okay, so anyways.
You might be very clairaudient right now. Might be hearing all kinds of different sounds.
Yeah.
Holy shit!
Oh my God, that is fucking wild, dude.
So I'm trying to find this card, and literally it's part of this section of sound, communication, creativity, listening, being heard, writing, ideas, sharing, and vibration. That is fucking crazy.
I'm telling you, this season has just been full of synchronicities.
It's literally the first card of this section.
Jesus Christ. So with the Awakener, and by the way, this is card 15, if that means anything. It could, 6 could be a powerful number, 15. And the words here are spiral, awaken, and soar. And as the Awakener, Electra appears to those who have been on a slippery slope of self-sabotage, only to awaken, rise out of the ashes, soar into the stars, and ascend like the golden sun. And you want to know what's trippy about that is, look, we literally have the 7 sisters here. This is Pleiades energy, folks. So if you connect to Pleiades, or you feel like you are a Pleiadian starseed, this message is so for you, okay? So it says, the University of Life has taught you a lot. You may have even hit rock bottom, but your soul's growth has been accelerated due to the hard-hitting knocks and tough life lessons you have experienced in the past. Surrender any regret with self-compassion and know that you are back on a higher, happier, and golden pathway, stronger and wiser. You soldier on with confidence. Wow, that is fucking gnarly.
So for the Awakening Genius card, the key concept here is the spirit of creation, expression, bringing forth new information, birthing, knowing that your ideas matter. So this is talking about the ancient Greeks believed that each person had a specific genius that acted like a spirit guide, inspiring you with new ideas to further your evolution as an individual as well as the evolution of all humanity. You could say that genius is the spirit of creative expression, and when you tune into it, amazing things happen. When your genius awakens, you realize you do not have to do everything yourself. You have an inspired, dedicated, wise helper on your side. So today, can you imagine cultivating a playful relationship with this extraordinary spirit? If you can, you'll recognize that you don't have to solve every problem with only the knowledge, memories, and experiences you already have occurred. Your intellect, in this case, serves as a channel for this spirit of genius, and it can filter in new information. Have you forged this connection? How you forge this connection is to get out of your own way and simply allow it to work through you. The word genius comes from the Latin, Jesus Christ, I don't know how to speak Latin.
After all these years of watching Supernatural, you do not know how to speak Latin.
Christo. Fucking adios, bitch.
Adios, bitch. It's adinos. Okay?
Yes, I know. I'm making a joke. All right.
Okay.
Anyway, meaning to bring forth or birth, and shares the same root as the word generate. You are at this moment about to give birth to a new mode of expression, and a powerful one at that. Commit to partnering with your genius.
Holy shit.
And only deep satisfaction and success will result. Today is a day when your inspired ideas matter.
And that's weird. It's talking about, okay, straight up this card right here, okay, for union. This is about marriage, all right? And this literally refers to an actual marriage ceremony or a marriage of the minds. So coming together and partnering with somebody else to achieve something. Also, I feel like some of you have been working on manifesting your other half, your partner. And literally it says, without applying pressure, find a way to unite. Take the middle road. Together is better than apart. We're part of nature, not apart from nature. So I also feel like getting out in nature could be very inspiring to you guys right now. But I do feel like there is some kind of union coming. Now, this could be business. This could be a partnership. And it straight up can be a relationship or a marriage coming in for some of you. That's on the horizon here.
You guys are clearly needing to express something that you want to literally present to the world, because even with the 7 star sisters here, it's literally talking about this is a card of the artists and the midwife.
Yes.
You're being called to ponder questions. What wants to be birthed through you? What new creations are whispering in your ear? What beauty are you being called to make? This is all about creativity and intuition. They're talking about coming from this same source, from the same place. It is this spirit guide within you, this genius that you need to bring forth. So it's either going to come in the form of something you literally create or somebody you're going to birth. For those of you who are, wanting to do that, especially if we're talking about relationship stuff here as well.
There could be a baby on deck.
So it's like,
a Pleiadian soul
it's
baby.
telling you to surrender to a creative project, such as a new business or a book, or perhaps you're being called to weave beauty in your home in the way you cook. Regardless, the end result, you're being called to express yourself through your creativity, to surrender to the creative projects that both scare and excite you, to find a way to weave beauty back into everyday life. For there's creativity, spirit and soul are present, and the whole in the world needs those qualities more now than ever before. So again, this is part of majorly your destiny and what it is that you're trying to help with the world. You manifest through this creativity and this birthing.
So I feel like that this, with this relationship patterns card here, by the way, this is card 32 for any of you who find that number important. And this was card 29, by the way. This is really interesting because it's talking about it takes strength to recognize the need for change. And we have the Judgment card. So it says, consider the patterns that drive you to attract certain people into your life. You may find the next person you meet has similar qualities to your last partner. This is what you are energetically attracting. Once you learn the lesson, you will be able to attract healthier outcomes. Okay? So some of you, I feel like a lot of you are getting and you're learning this lesson of, hey, I'm repeating the same damn patterns again. Maybe you're recognizing and learning that in order to attract something new, you're going to have to vibrate on a completely fucking different level. Okay. So it may be helpful to share the disappointment or pain from the past, whether from your current relationship or another period in your life, or just straight up another past life, okay, from a past life. Be honest with yourself and address situations as they happen. Acknowledge that you can no longer stifle your feelings. Know your strengths and your triggers. See past relationships as opportunities to grow and figure out what makes you happy. And I feel like this is what you guys have already been doing, and you're waking up to this fact, okay? So it says you have a better chance of a lasting relationship when you have self-awareness. Avoid idealizing past relationships, as they can hold influence over your future outcomes. Love will not magically make you feel worthy or happy unless you have achieved those values for yourself. Yes. A beautiful woman holds a hand mirror. She looks down at irises and a maiden playing a harp. The purple irises depict wisdom and power. It is a time to cull through residential emotions of past relationships. It's a time to break your precedents. The harp is about striking a chord of truth in yourself, and also considering it is a harp. And we've said all this stuff about hearing and hearing the call. Again, there's that clairaudience stuff, because I feel like you guys definitely know what's up. Okay. So anyways, that's about it for this group. I thought it was pretty interesting what came up here. Very interesting. And considering the season we're in, not surprised.
You might be seeing snakes and blue jay feathers also.
Yeah. And irises could be something. And you know what's really kind of interesting is, isn't iris related to the goddess rainbows?
Yes.
And there's like rainbows here. So that could mean something to some of you as well. And I see there's so much gold here.
Yeah, there's a lot of gold.
So the color gold could be very potent. Anyway, guys, thanks so much for watching. And please do not forget to subscribe and hit the bell for further notifications. In the drop-down box, there is information on how to book a personal reading with me or me and my twin here, plus my Patreon, my Amazon, and social media. And thank you guys so much for being with us, and we'll catch you next time. For those of you who picked the Saphrodite, this is going to be your reading. So first we're going to start off with the Major Arcana to see the overall theme of this reading. So we have the Star card.
Aquarius
wow.
energy.
Oh my God. So some of you might be Aquariuses or have Aquarius rising or Aquarius moon.
Return of hope, rejuvenation, wishes coming true.
I feel like future utopian, technology, anything thinking outside the box, very rebel-like, very,
humanitarian.
Yes, exactly. So we're going to take a look at what else came up here. We have, oh my God!
Wow. Oh yeah, that's
okay, Pleiades is on deck, and I find this, because this literally came up in the last group too.
There's there's 8 stars on that card.
Well, what's really trippy about this, okay, is that we are, Pleiades is just where I'm at, starting to show, okay? It's starting to come up and it will be visible.
Northern Hemisphere?
Yeah. So you're going to be able to see it now because, in the summer months, we can't see it where we're at. So for those of you living, in the Northern Hemisphere, definitely this is the time of year that Pleiades shows itself. So I think that's really interesting that this is coming up.
Yeah.
Way interesting. So the 7 sisters with circles, sisterhood enriches my life. We have tree wisdom. This tree dryad will help you navigate through your current situation. Her flute, more fucking music. What the hell? Her flute can reveal insights and answers through the sounds it makes. So clairaudience is up on the deck here again.
Yeah, it really is again.
Look at this blue, throat chakra, and green is heart chakra. So then we have a merry motive, and there's stars.
Yeah,
there's stars on the freaking clothesline here. Oh my God, that is so cute. And this is card 20, by the way, for those who, and this is card 28. We have card 1 with a listen with your heart. You are listening, but need to hear with a loving heart. This is weird. We just brought up heart chakra, and this is coming up, and look at all the green and blue in this too. So this is interesting. This group is definitely needs to be hearing and listening, and definitely be paying attention to those clairaudient cues, because you might be hearing messages through. Oh, Jesus Christ, I have been fucking hearing so many song lyrics too. So I don't know who. Anybody else has been experiencing that lately, and it's like songs that I don't fucking listen to, and I didn't even when they were popular. So okay, and then next up we have You Got the Love. That is so funny because there is a song that literally has this line in it. Is it called You Got the Love? I can't remember.
I can't remember either.
So this is Hadarian energy, codependency, and boundaries.
So you guys need to establish better boundaries.
And then we have Escape with Fuga. Is that how you say that? I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, I think so.
This is Italian, I believe. So anyways, yes.
So talking about a merry motive, from these particular cards, this is talking about the energy of fire. So it has everything to do with personal power, will, assertiveness, action, vitality, movement, individuation, and extreme states, joy, anger, and transformation. It's funny because we do have pops of the yellow coming out in this group as well, which again have everything to do with like personal power, willpower. And so with this particular card, it's talking about the key concepts of knowing your own motives, understanding what drives you to meet your goals, the momentum your attention creates, the wisdom behind your intentions. So you've chosen a path, you've set an intention, and you've begun to move toward a goal. You feel compelled to keep going, but do you know the why behind this drive? Do you truly want what you're pursuing, or are you chasing a destination with the anticipation of how it will make others feel about you, or you feel about yourself? You must choose to be in the flow of the experiencing, relishing the moment. Surrender your expectations to a higher power rather than being guided by your limited self. The most important aspect to consider now is where you place your focus, because that's where the energy will flow. If you are resentful, the outer world will show you more opportunities to be resentful. If you're envious of others, competitive, and overly ambitious, you will always feel as if you're not enough. If you focus on gratitude and compassion for others, you will see even more reasons to be grateful and loving. When you look for abundance, it will be an uncanny way of multiplying in your life. So, if you're unsure about your motives, the results will just be as unclear. Dig deep to understand your why. If your true desire is to experience X, let go of your attachment to the form that X is supposed to come in. Make sure your motive is merry and joyful, clear and honest, and aim true. Trust that the universe will provide the outcome that is a perfect match for your intention. It always does. And it's funny that it's said that specific line of, clear and honest and aim true. Because for some reason what came to mind, especially when the Seven Sisters came out, because actually I think it is a part of the story in the mythology of the Seven Sisters, Artemis majorly came through with the energy of this pile for me. So I don't know if that's significant for some of you. I'm pretty sure because Orion's chasing the Seven Sisters, and there's actually a story with Orion and Artemis as well, if you're into Greek mythology.
So I think it's really interesting because it's, talking about choosing choices and stuff like this. And then we have this escape card here. So some of you, I feel like, are trying to get out of a specific situation, possibly. But with the escape card, it says, try to solve or resolve your problems before running away from them. Use escape as a last resort. However, escape can be a wise option if you are in danger or if all else fails. Consult a wise colleague. Be mindful. This in itself provides an escape. So being mindful of what you do, the choices you make, is actually a form of escape, because you're saving yourself from getting into hot water, making a bad decision, shooting your mouth off when you should really be quiet, etc., etc. So it says, clear your mind by spending time outdoors. Nature brings clarity. And I think it's funny because we have that tree wisdom right there, which is all about, obviously getting out into the woods or being near a tree. I feel like for some reason I'm getting like, you're going to get some sort of message. Okay, some insight is going to come to you or something when you spend some time out in nature, especially near trees. So that's coming through pretty strong for me on that one.
So with You Got the Love, this is, again, it's really addressing and talking about for you guys. It's asking you to review the ways that you may need to establish healthier boundaries. Perhaps you're in a codependent relationship.
You're trying to escape.
In which you may be losing your sense of self. Because, again, this high, how do you say it? Hadronians? They are very much about pure, divine, unconditional love, who see love in all people and situations. And because they're so giving and they're so loving, it can lead them into situations.
They're heart chakra people.
Yeah, and they get taken advantage of, or again, they become codependent in these situations. So again, you guys are working with this energy in your own ways. So again, it could be a codependent relationship in which you may be losing your sense of self. It's common for star seeds to dive deep into relationships, particularly with those who feel safe and familiar at a soul level. Perhaps you're in a relationship in which you give more than you receive.
Fuck
or
that.
perhaps there's a certain volatility to it, and you're always unsure where you stand. This card is assigned to do a relationship review and see what energetic agreements you've made, consciously or unconsciously, to acknowledge if there are relationships in which you feel anxious or powerless, in which you don't feel like it's safe or relaxed to just be you. To assess if there are any places of inadequacy that you've used a relationship to soothe and cover up.
So, and this doesn't just mean romantic relationship. This is any kind of
Family,
relationship.
friends, work.
Don't be that person. Don't let them do that to you. That's not cool. Okay. And starseed and some starseeds. But definitely heart chakra people are very empathic and, definitely
They love love.
Exactly. So it's like, ooh, please be protecting yourself too, okay? Like energetically at this time, I feel like. So with that Seven Sisters, sisterhood enriches my life. The star words here are connection, collective, and collaboration. So if you are in any kind of connection with somebody that is not healthy, it's time to release it. But also, this on the flip side says, together everyone achieves more. True sisterhood deepens and magnifies both personal and collective sacred assignments and success. Competition and comparison create disharmony. Yeah. Sometimes. I'll give you my 2 cents on that one in a second. Surround yourself with supportive sisters so you can celebrate your achievements together. Like-minded friendships enrich your life with mutual encouragements and connection. Our divine feminine lineage of sisterhood links back to the priestesses, healers, and oracles of ancient temples scattered all over the earth, Mother. United in sisterhood, we nurture, nourish, and heal both the earth and each other. Unified, we can create compassion, peace, and reconciliation. Okay, now when it says competition, folks, this means competition where it's negative, okay? Where people are just like being dicks about it,
where it's like just me, they don't care about who they crush in the process, or it's all very ego-based driven, and just like all they care about is just themselves.
Like kind of certain people in administration in the United States right now.
Exactly.
Anyway, so yeah.
Because it's like, so when it comes to competition is not a
life.
bad thing.
It's life.
Everything. You're going to this is just a fact of life. You are always going to be in competition with somebody, regardless of what it is you do.
But there's enough for everybody to go
exactly.
around.
And actually, having competition can be a very good thing
because it forces you to be better.
Exactly. And it motivates you to strive harder, because it's not about being envious, because that's another problem with competition for some people.
Yeah.
It becomes an envy thing.
Yeah.
And a jealousy thing where
they
it's like,
have to
I have to be better than everybody else, or this
fuck
person.
that shit.
No, it's like you need to look at, okay, this person does this better. They get first place. I'm getting second place. Okay, Let me analyze, what are they doing that's different from me? How can I utilize what they do different and apply it to myself in a unique way that works for me? Use it as motivation, as inspiration, not so much jealousy and envy.
See, I think that certain generations, boomers, taught a lot of people that, everybody gets a trophy, but that's not reality, folks.
Yeah, it can't be reality.
It
doesn't
not
work.
Okay, but doesn't mean we all can't support each other and, contribute to one another.
Yeah, exactly.
And work together, okay? But just face it, somebody's always going to be better at something
And also,
than you.
Everybody is better at something else. You might be great at cooking. Somebody else might be great at sewing.
See, I find people like that fucking inspiring,
because
that are better than me, okay, at something. It's like, you guys are fucking awesome,
and that's a necessary thing, because you can't be great at fucking everything.
No.
There has to be somebody else that's why you have people who specialize. That's why you have doctors, because they specialize in it, like surgeons. Let's use that as a better
don't
example.
use doctors, use surgeons.
Okay, surgeons. You don't go to a brain surgeon if you have a heart problem. You don't go to a fucking heart surgeon if you have a tooth problem. Okay? That just doesn't make any fucking sense.
Right. So anyways, you get the message, you guys. Rant over. So anyways, with this, listen with your heart. You are listening, but need to hear with a loving heart. Okay? So with this, it says this opportunity is here for you to bring a loving perspective to a situation. It is easy to get wrapped up in the words being said. What does your heart say about this situation? It knows the truth. Trust that. Sit still, take a deep breath, and ask your heart, do you need to know? Love's first task is to listen. Do you have a habit of drifting away while someone else is speaking? Do you get entangled in your own thoughts? Take time to process what is being communicated before you respond or react. Oh God, I wish more people did this, especially online. Learning to listen with an open heart will help you receive guidance or affirm something you already know. Two young women are shown in this card. One holds a seashell to the other's ear. The seashell represents the good things that can be discovered in a challenging situation, like competition, you guys, okay? The pod of dolphins playing in the background denotes the joy that may be found. The white horse may be a call to control your emotions. Stop and listen. What do you hear, and how can it bring more happiness into your life? Nice. Very nice. Okay. So, did we do this one?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Right, we did. Duh.
Yes.
Holy fuck. Yes, it's been one of those kind of weeks, folks. Okay?
Yeah,
my brain
seriously.
is turning to mush. So anyways,
This is the beginning of the week.
oh, fucking shut up. So anyway, oh my God, seriously, I didn't even know what day it was the other day, okay? Because it's just all blending into, each other now, okay? Fucking veil is thin. All right, so anyways, thank you guys so much for being with us today. Make sure to like, subscribe, and hit the bell for further notifications. In the drop-down box, there is information on how to book a personal reading with me or me and my twin here, plus Amazon, my Patreon, and social media. Thank you guys so much for being with us, and we will catch you next time.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Group 3 with the Celestite. This is going to be your reading. Woosah. Okay. I am duh today, you guys. Okay. So anyways, we are going to start with our major arcana to see what the overall vibe for this group is. And we have the moon. Oh wow.
So, listening to your intuition.
Messages
Through
in
your
dreams.
Be aware of illusions. Illusions you place on yourself, illusions that are being placed on you by other people. But the moon is all about illuminating the stuff that you don't really always want to look at. Because it's all has to do with the realm of the shadow, which a lot of people seem to be fucking afraid of.
Yeah, I don't get that.
And don't understand, which is really sad.
You want to explain it? Go ahead.
So, the shadow, I think a lot of people have this misconception that when you say the shadow, you're automatically talking about something evil and dark and no, okay? Yes, the shadow can be detrimental when you fucking ignore it and you pretend it doesn't exist.
Yep.
The shadow is all the subconscious stuff that you are bearing within. And yes, some of that stuff can be traumatic stuff.
It's uncomfortable.
It can be uncomfortable things. But It can also be really fantastic things like hidden talents, hidden skills, parts of yourself
Sex drive.
Yeah, all these parts of you that can be so illuminating and create you into a full whole being. But yes, a lot of times you have to wade through some insecurities in order to get there, because the shadow a lot of times can develop as a mechanism of protection.
Yep.
To protect you from the things that scare you, the things that make you uncomfortable. So in order to empower your shadow and integrate it, you have to face your fucking fears.
Yep, exactly.
And again, that can be a very uncomfortable process, which is why so many people want to try to avoid the shadow work, and they just want the light and they want the rainbows and they want all that.
Unicorn farts.
You can't get that.
No.
Without, you have to have balance.
Because it's going to backfire in your face one day.
Yes.
And you're going to be really fucking sorry when it does.
Okay, if you really want to understand this balance between light and dark, your shadow and your light side, you need to start observing and understanding nature. This is what I believe.
Yeah, so
because
good.
that will teach you exactly what this relationship means.
I know,
because,
I hate it when people think that it's all fucking all rainbows and sunshine.
okay,
it's not.
Snake's got to eat, doesn't it?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, but the mouse isn't gonna fucking.
How about wolves or
Yeah,
cats
exactly.
or big cats?
There's a
anything.
natural equilibrium to nature. There's a way that it works, and it always balances.
They never
itself
take
out,
more than they need either.
which is something fucking humans are horrible.
Yeah,
at.
'cause they're
but I
greedy
can go on a
bastards.
whole long rant about
Okay,
that.
so let's see what the rest of the cards are here. So we have card 33 with the Sacred
Orchard.
Yeah, you know what? I have never pulled this card. My abundance mindset attracts endless blessings.
Co-create.
Wow. And then we have hope. Hope is always there, even if we can't see it. Because that's what the moon
Even
card.
in the darkest of places.
Yes, exactly. Even you can't have, what is
You
it the
can't.
saying?
You can't have the light without the dark, and you
You
can't.
can't see the stars without the darkness.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
There's light and dark, and there's dark and light.
So hope is always there, even when we can't see it. Optimistic expectations can help change a negative situation into a positive one. Nice. We have a deep breath with card 7. We have forgiveness, card 29. Jesus Christ.
Wow.
Oh my God. Nothing is gained by holding on to past disappointments. We have loosen your grip.
Wow.
Coping mechanisms.
Uh-huh.
Holy shit. Density, addiction, let God in.
This
And
is
then
so
we have
shadow work.
creation. I fucking love this
Wow.
card.
Co-create and creation.
Oh boy.
This is so a group that needs to do their shadow work so that they can get on board to what it is they need to create.
I think you're going to get, once you do this, I think it's going to make literally you're going to level up spiritually in vibration, and it's going to attract in some, I don't know. It's I feel like that there is a total mating going on here, like a union of some sort. Definitely going on.
So, talking about a deep breath here. This is the energy of Earth. So, this has everything to do with money, family, inherited traits, survival,
Wow.
primitive instincts, security, stability, and the material world. Again, a lot of this stuff can kind of relate back to that shadow energy. So, with the deep breath, this is the key concepts of a genuine expectation of danger, projection of a threat without substance, fight or flight mode, inability to focus, trusting in the universe as a way to release fear.
Oh my God.
So-
Shadow work time.
It literally, this is what this whole pile is all about. So, fear is asking for your attention and healing right now. You or another are operating from the position of fear. If you always see red flags, you might be headed toward genuine danger, perhaps repeating a lesson you don't need to learn again. You can honor this kind of fear by saying thank you and protect yourself by choosing another path. In this moment, you have all it takes to make this shift. If, on the other hand, the fear surrounds the idea of taking a risk, be mindful. Radical trust and accepting the discomfort of the new is called for as you move out of your comfort zone. Ask for courage to take a leap into the unknown and know that all will be well. But know that all will be well doesn't mean all you have come to expect. Stories from the past may be molding your expectations right now and causing fear based on anticipated hurt. Don't isolate yourself or fall for the false idea that life is too painful and engaging with it should be avoided. How about loving that side of you that is afraid, acting out, and causing all this unnecessary commotion? You will never be happy if this small part of you controls your life, as it will if you allow it. However, remember to be gentle with yourself and others. Once you let go and relax into your life, everything looks brighter and friendlier. Today, choose love over fear. You'll be amazed when you do.
Yeah, because I feel like also, I'm just going to say this just could be like one or two of you could be afraid to actually take a risk in a relationship. I'm getting this message, and it's like you're afraid of getting hurt, okay? And you could be holding on to some past pains from past relationships even, but this is time to loosen the grip and let it go, because you are missing out on a good thing coming your way. And you know what I find really trippy is this hope card has this rainbow, and it's kind of like spilling down into this card here, where we have the forgiveness card, and there's a rainbow, like it's like the rainbow is continuing into this. So having, definitely you need to forgive, okay? Forgive yourself and forgive others. Now, forgiving does not, like Ciara said earlier today, condone someone's behavior. That's not what this is about. It's releasing.
It's about freeing yourself.
Yes, exactly. And this needs to freaking happen, clearly, because you're holding on to some shit here, I feel like. So with the forgiveness, it's talking about, nothing is gained by holding on to past disappointments. So be willing to forgive yourself and others and open the doors to future growth. Love can be restored and trust can be rebuilt. Move from bitterness back to the joy you deserve in your life. Granting forgiveness is a choice that you make. You may not feel like engaging with someone, but you can forgive them without ever talking to them. An act of forgiveness helps replace anger, depression, anxiety, and old pain with hope and compassion. Think about what you can forgive, as the benefits will be immeasurable. This process will increase your inner strength and your self-esteem. Forgiveness can heal and help you move forward with a renewed sense of purpose. Replacing hurt with love will free you to love more deeply. Two faces appear at the center of this card. The upper image wears a crown of ice, which appears to be melting around the edges. This could symbolize the willingness to change or move through a situation. Closed eyes can depict the subconscious, deep thinking, or an error in communication. The clasped hands above the faces show a return to balance and compromise. You can achieve a positive outcome here. Remember, forgiveness is a choice you make for your own benefit.
And literally with this loosen your grip card, it's going to reiterate a lot of what we've already said here, but it's saying we are cyclical beings, and Mother Earth teaches us how to be human every day with the coming and going of the tides and the seasons. Again, paying attention to nature for answers. So if you're clinging to anything, you're resisting the natural flow of who you are. The things we cling to are so often those that we must need to let go of. The food, the substances, the relationship, the job, the people-pleasing, etc. The things we cling to often cover up our most vulnerable space.
Wow.
The part we're most afraid to leave empty. The part we guard and don't let grace into. But by keeping that space covered with something that doesn't serve us or cling to it for fear of it not staying of its own accord, we prevent ourselves from receiving the things that will. A Course in Miracles tells us, whatever we leave empty, grace will fill. And the Buddha said, you can only lose what you cling to.
Yep.
Indeed, both are true. If this card appears, you're being called to find the courage to loosen your grip and give up control, to release your coping mechanisms and leave space for grace and God to enter, to surrender all that feels dense to the divine. Loosening your grip doesn't mean that what you're clinging to will go away. It may, or it might stay. But you can be sure that what is for you will find you.
Yep.
And you'll breathe easier. You'll breathe easier knowing that you've shifted from relying on your own strength to surrendering to the grace of life. So the thing to question and keep in mind here is, what are you clinging to for fear of nothing coming to take its place?
See, because by doing that, I'm telling you, that is the most liberating thing you will ever fucking do. I've said this a million times in different videos and even in personal readings, where once I freaking gave it up and let it go, it was like everything completely fucking changed. Like within like hours, things started to change. That is how drastic it was. And it was like liberating, like someone lifted a boulder, like a fucking mountain really off my chest. Finally just giving it up and just being like, fuck it, do with me with what you will. Okay, I'm trusting you, God, Goddess, universe. I know you know what's best for me. Guide me, and I'm gonna fucking listen. And that's another part of it, is listening to your intuition. Okay, so with this creation, because what is going to occur here is you're creating something completely new. You're creating a whole nother entity. Okay, by
whole new version
beginning.
of yourself.
Yes, exactly. It is creation of its, in of itself. And so this card says, we are almighty creators and creatrixes. Even if we don't consider ourselves to be so, creativity is our birthright. It is said that witches create something from nothing. And this is true of all of us. Do not be afraid to take a creative risk. Think outside the box on an issue. So I feel like some of you definitely are afraid to take a leap, afraid to really live in your, authentic self, or actually follow a dream that you've been thinking about and wanting to do a new career, because maybe you've been in a situation in the past where people made you, feel like they fucked with your self-esteem, okay? But you know what?
Hope.
You allowed that to happen, okay? So now it's time to take it back, and definitely control your own shit, because you have the ability. I feel like this group is very powerful once they release the shit that they no longer need, because we have a master number on deck here too. And I feel like you have a really good manifestation ability once you learn how to trust yourself more, I feel like, and trust the universe, and really listen to your intuition. That is a big part of this, okay? So with that sacred orchard, it says, co-create. My abundance mindset attracts endless blessings. Exactly. And that's, part of this. These two go together, definitely. And this is positivity, attitude, and prosperity, right? It says, be assured that a steady flow of abundance is available to you now. Asteropi reminds you that your thoughts are seeds that create either fruits or weeds in your sacred orchard. It is important to keep your mindset positive so you can attract infinite prosperity. Be mindful of your unconscious negative mantras that create a mindset of lack and victimhood. That's a key word right there. Your self-worth determines your wealth. So live in alignment with your divinity. When you set out to intentionally attract your desires, you will flourish with endless opportunities. Know that you are worthy of plentiful joy. Exactly. So, wow, that's some heavy duty shit. A lot of stuff came up here for this group, but I feel like you have a tremendous power waiting to be born within you, to be created. I feel like this group is very creative. And I feel like you guys have a lot of love in there to give. And don't be afraid to share it with somebody else either, okay? Just make sure you're using that intuition and making sure you give it to the people who deserve it, okay? And not just any old schmo, So anyways.
Not an old schmuck.
Exactly. So anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure to like, subscribe, and hit the bell for further notifications. In the drop-down box, there's information on how to book a personal reading with me or me and my twin, plus my Patreon, my Amazon, and my social media information. Thank you guys for being with us today, and we'll catch you next time.
Bye-bye.
For those of you who picked group 4, this is the Amethyst group. This is going to be your reading. Excuse me while I burp. So anyways, we are going to take a look at the major arcana for the overall theme of what this group is about. And we have the Chariot.
The Chariot, Cancer energy, balance. Definitely balancing your masculine, feminine aspects, your light and dark aspects, driving forward to victory. Returning
forward.
home.
Yeah.
How the fuck did I just say that?
You sounded like you're Canadian, eh?
Yeah.
Okay. So
In
anyway,
Wusei.
yeah. I'm gonna go get some. Never mind. Okay. Anyway. All right. God, we're like getting a little goofy tonight. Okay. So, anyways, Chariot is definitely like
Yay.
forward movement. And shut up. I feel like you're just plowing through and shut up. Okay, you're definitely forward thinking as well. I feel like you got it going on basically. So let's see what else came up. We have the little star with divine. My inner child is whole and complete.
So connecting to your inner child might be very important for you guys in this particular group.
Yeah, and I feel like you guys are doing it.
And what I was saying, returning home.
Oh shit, yeah, that is returning home though, really.
Yeah.
We have oh my god, magical gateway. It takes courage and trust to venture into the unknown. Oh my god. Yet this is where the greatest rewards are. It's time to step boldly forward without looking back, and that is totally this energy right here, completely.
Yep.
Wow. Oh my god. And then we have willing release. So somebody's going to be letting go. That's such a pretty card.
Wishing on dandelions.
Yep. And this is card 49.
49.
We have card 24 here. We have patience. Love is patient and kind always. And there's a little kid sitting in the middle of a lotus blossom. So I'm really getting this inner child vibes. And this is card 17. Some of you could actually, I'm just going to say it, could be just one of you, get pregnant with a child, I'm feeling.
Or you already have children.
Mm-hmm. And just spending quality time.
Or you could be like a guardian of maybe like a younger sibling, or your aunt or an uncle.
Spending time with kids is like special, I feel
Yeah.
like. So then we have card 7. The only thing that is real is love. And you know, since this is coming up, I'm going to mention, maybe you guys should check out the book by Brian Weiss, Only Love is Real. Okay?
That is card 7. That was 17, and that's 7.
Whoa, holy shit. Okay, so lots of 7s on this group. And it says, shift your focus back to love. Then we have weight of the world, boundaries, let it go. It's not yours to carry. And I feel like you guys are getting this fact, or you're just about to. And then we have ecstasy. Ectasis is, I guess, how you say that. I don't know.
So with the willing release, this is talking about the energy of thought. So this is all about spirituality, ego transcendence, liberation, God consciousness, understanding, and wisdom. So the key concepts of this card is yielding to a divine plan, releasing attachment to form, especially if something isn't what you expected or wanted, leaving room for serendipity. So some days you have to let go of your struggle to find an answer and focus on other things for a while. This doesn't mean giving up altogether or losing anything. Remember that in your co-creative partnership with the divine, give and take is necessary. You do your part by setting your intentions and taking any necessary actions, but you must then surrender the form, the timing, and the how to your higher power.
Yep.
There is a divine plan for each of us. When acting on this faith, you may find that your intense desire for something translates into a feeling of attachment and entitlement. Right now, can you immerse yourself in this experience and allow the divine plan to unfold as it will on your behalf without interference? Can you be open to receiving what is yours, even if it's not packaged in the form you thought you wanted? Perhaps if you look deeper, you will see that you've received the perfect vibrational match to your most authentic wants and needs. You have put in the work, defined your desires and felt them deeply and engaged your higher power. Now you must let go and see what transpires. This isn't always easy. Impatience erodes the foundations of your trust in the divine. Surrendering truly will serve your highest good. Knowing this truth in your heart, can that really be so difficult? So I feel like kind of with the Chariot here is you kind of need to loosen up on the reins and kind of trust the horses to drive you forward in the right direction.
Yep. And this is interesting because we have with that ecstasy, it says, let go. Allow the wildness back into your life. The ability to freely embrace our pleasures is part of being human. Travel deeper through joy into profound mindfulness. Ecstasy helps us connect with the divine. And I'm not talking about the shit you swallow.
No.
So anyways, it's like, yeah, okay. So obviously there's still a bit of letting go and things like this that
because
need to
really
occur.
with this particular card, I would really compare this card to the energy of like the Ten of Wands, where you're holding on to responsibilities and things that just are no longer serving you, and you need to, release them. You need to switch off the world's problems and become unconscious. Rather, it's a call to establish clear boundaries so that you're not constantly taken out energetically. The planet needs you to be healthy, both physically and emotionally. So again, making sure that you're having adequate you time to heal and rest.
And really go with the flow.
Yeah. So instead of digesting the news or reaching for your phone as soon as you wake up, I'm really bad about that.
I'm not. I want to avoid it at all costs.
Showing up first to a nourishing practice such as a meditation, soul inquiry, deep breathing, or exercising in nature. Once you're in a state of grace and your inner well is full, you can face the day, the start of the state of the world, and care for others. And at the day's end, take an energetic shower by emptying out anything that is not yours to carry.
Yes.
You can pick it up again next morning if you choose so, by giving yourself time and space to rejuvenate and rest. Exactly. You got to do. So obviously you guys need to really work on getting better morning and nighttime routines, making sure that you're setting aside a proper amount of time for you to just kind of focus on you, disconnect from the world.
Oh, sorry. Go on.
Maybe minimizing a little bit of like how much social media you're using. Don't be always digesting the news, especially right now.
Fucking
it's
frustrating.
up.
Yeah, it's like everyone's a blind sack of shit. Okay,
Yeah.
so it's just an act of futility.
Salt bath.
Oh no, well see, I was thinking salt, but there's also what came to my mind for this group is sensory deprivation tanks.
Yeah.
If you've ever tried that, I was coming up. That's what was coming into my head for you guys. So, you might want to check into that. And it's really interesting. We have water here, and we have the Chariot, which of course is, Cancer's card, which is ruled by the moon, which the moon rules the tides, and we have all this water. And then we have water and waves right here with this lotus blossom. There's all these waterfalls. I feel like emotion is heavy and high here.
So I also feel like, some of you are probably very, extremely overworked. So it's like you need to work more at that work-play-life balance. And especially because if you feel like your sex drive or your creativity has been affected at all, it's because of this overworking and overburdening yourself and not taking enough time to rejuvenate yourself. Once you do that and like you learn to make this better balance, you're going to be surprised just like how like meh you feel. Or I don't know. Like I sound like
You sound like a Frankenstein.
I sound like a goat. Oh my god. You know what I mean? Like you're gonna be like more like, hey.
That's better. That's better. Okay.
I give up. I give up.
Okay, so anyways, I think it's really interesting because with our little star right here, there's actually a song by Madonna called that, I think.
Is there?
Yeah. And we have divine here. So it says, my inner child is whole and complete. So the star words here are embrace, merge, and revive. Okay, so we have reviving again. So as the smallest star of the Pleiades, Seleno supports you to heal your inner child. It takes courage, deep contemplation, and commitment to heal past hurts, limiting beliefs, and fractures of the heart stemming from childhood. Your feelings are significant. Communicate with authenticity for inner harmony and healing. Embrace your inner child with loving compassion, and your precious soul will feel unified and integrated once more. Your youthful innocence returns. You are revived. Ask yourself, what sparks your joy? Rediscover your playfulness and allow your inner child to shine. You guys need to take a break and have some fun.
Exactly. I feel like just like that sound I just made just now. I feel like that's such a great opportunity for somebody to fucking loop that and like turn it into a fucking ridiculous remix.
Don't do that. Okay.
I'm so scared to hear what that sounds like.
Okay, so with this card here, we're going to end with the love cards here. So the only thing that is real is love. This is so fucking true, okay? It says shift your focus back to love. So it says you may have been conditioned to dwell on problems. Exactly. It is important to remember the true reality is love. Choose to take a deep breath and focus on what is true. Negativity will disappear when you affirm everything is okay when I choose love. There are many things you can do to shift into a more loving flow. Again, going with the flow, right? It says work at having healthy, encouraging conversations with yourself and others. Squash any negative inner dialogue and notice the positive aspects and people in your life. Be realistic about what is going on in your life. Yes, only love is real, but there is sadness, depression, doubt, worry, and anger. This card is about finding balance in your life, so the challenging times are not overwhelming, and you are able to remember that love is the core of everything. Is at the core of everything. The dominant imagery of this card could represent the tree of life, rooted in the earth and extending toward heaven. While you're having a human experience, it can appear that you are alone. Yet in the heavenly realm, we are all one and love prevails. There are multiple images in this card that symbolize peace, love, and support. Find and meditate on something you are optimistic about. Wow. So yeah, that's really nice. And then with card 17 there, which is have patience, obviously it takes time. To get anywhere in life and to do anything and to achieve a goal, you're going to have to be patient. You know, sorry, it's not about I want it now kind of attitude with this, especially when you're doing anything that is for self-development. It takes patience and it takes compassion towards yourself and others to achieve things. So, you know, the message here is love is patient and kind always. Work on being more patient. If you lack patience with others, remember that they are human and different from you. If your impatience has to do with an outcome, know your prayers are being answered. Have a little more patience. You might be in a tense situation that is beyond your control. Be aware of the thoughts that precede any frustration or anxious feelings. Pay attention to your self-talk. Once again, this talk about self-talk. All things arrive in their perfect time. Try to distract yourself where you are waiting for things to come to fruition. Engage in an activity that will occupy your time. The time will magically pass while you are otherwise engrossed. Look for ways to be patient. A small child contemplates the water while floating on a lotus flower. Lotus flowers rise from the still and muddy water to prove grace and beauty can come from gloomy circumstances. Beyond the girl, waterfalls flow into the body of water that she glides on. This may indicate an arrival from various points and not one singular event. So that's kind of a clue right there. Mm-hmm. So also, I'm totally feeling the butterfly thing because there's a butterfly right there. You know, the dandelions, which depending on what part of you're in the world right now, they either are or aren't. You know, right now, usually this is what springtime that they show up here, early summer.
Yeah.
But in the southern hemisphere, it is that time of year. So you might want to make a wish.
On a dandelion.
Yep, exactly. It's so cute.
Just don't sound like a goat when you do it.
Okay, so anyways, don't forget though, it does take courage and, you know, trust to venture, you know, into unknown, you know, things because you never know how things are going to go. But you know what? Part of the fun is
the journey,
exactly,
not the destination.
Exactly. Don't worry about the outcome. As long as you're taking the steps and you're working with, you know, proper intent and things like this, everything works out just fine. So anyways, that's all I have for you guys today. Make sure to like, subscribe, and hit the bell for further notifications. In the drop-down box, there is information on how to book a personal reading with me or me and my twin here, plus my Patreon, my Amazon, and my social media. Thank you guys so much for being with us, and we will catch you next time.
Bye-bye.
Bye.